Greetings to everyone watching. My name is Alinea Onasis and I am a junior college student of Alinea University, majoring in international relations. I am currently attending Korea University here in South Korea, and as you can see, behind me is the Korea University College of Nursing's lounge and tennis field, just a few meters away from Annam International House, the dorm where all IISMA awardees and other foreign students have lived in for the past one semester as we go through our days as a visiting student. Recalling back to the time where I first discovered IISMA, I was working in the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences of Alinea University's Information and Public Relations Desk, specifically in the Internationalization Division, which dealt with the relations that the faculty have with partner universities from across the world. My supervisor told us, the employees, which was comprised of university students, about a new governmental scholarship program that is about to be launched by the Indonesian Ministry of Education and Culture. He encouraged us to try and sign up for the selection process since the scholarship program is meant to send and accommodate college students from across the nation to top universities around the world. As I've never stepped on any foreign soil before, let alone study abroad, I saw this program as a golden opportunity for me to finally gain the experience of attending classes in a world's best university. Moreover, as an international relations student, I was sure that I will be able to gain valuable insight regarding my field of study by going abroad and getting a first-hand experience in living in a foreign country. Preparing for the application process was draining. We were only given several weeks to prepare all the necessary documents, and having to juggle between college and completing all the requirements was challenging. After going through the first initial selection phase, which was the document selection, I was fortunate enough to be chosen to move to the next phase, which was the interview selection. Preparing for the interview, unlike the previous one, was more emotionally and mentally taxing, since I had to prepare in advance to answer the interview questions, as well as overcome the worry and anxiety I felt going into the interview. When the result of the interview phase came in, and I saw the congratulatory message in IISMA website, I was extremely overjoyed, thinking to myself that everything I have done before to prepare and complete the application and selection process, although tiring, was absolutely worth it. As I arrived in South Korea, one of the things that left the biggest impression on me was the process of going into quarantine. As I touched down on South Korea, I was declared positive of COVID-19, effectively requiring me to be separated from the rest of the awardees to go through a special protocol. I was taken to the isolation facility near the airport, where I had to spend 3 days there, waiting for the result of my COVID-19 test to come out. When I was officially declared as COVID-19 positive, I was transported from the isolation facility in Incheon to a quarantine facility in Ansan. While my friends were spending their quarantine period in a self-quarantine facility in a hotel and finished their quarantine period together, I had to spend some extra days because of the special procedure that I mentioned before. In the end, at the end of my quarantine period, I had to go back to Seoul by myself without knowing a single Korean phrase to help me communicate with the locals. Fortunately, I was getting a lot of support from many people, including from IISMA itself and from the Indonesian Embassy in South Korea. In the end, I successfully arrived in my dorm, checked in, settled in, and I officially began my days as a visiting student in Korea University. During my stay there are a lot of cultural differences that I noticed between Indonesian and Korean. For instance, I was surprised with the effectiveness and efficiency of every Koreans that I met. When I stepped into the MRT, everyone was minding their own business, staring at their phone or simply sitting down while hearing music through their earphones. The MRT is quiet, except for the sound of the occasional chiming from the automated announcement system, announcing the departure and arrival of the MRT. However, once the MRT reached its destination and the door opened, people swarmed in and out from the MRT, walking fast and in a rush, but somehow still in an orderly manner. I was fascinated by that since I was used to the shoving and pushing that you can often find in an Indonesian crowd. Another example of the effectiveness and efficiency of Koreans are the fact that they are able to be punctual. When I attend classes here in Korean University, there are a lot of instances where I decided to come early to class, around 5 minutes before it starts. To my surprise, there were only a few people inside the class, and I thought to myself, will there not be a lot of students attending the class? However, a swarm of students came in around 1 minute before the class started, and the lecturer started the class exactly at the time when the class should start. This punctuality is also something that fascinates me, and I plan to incorporate it into my daily life when I come back to Indonesia. Academically speaking though, there are also a lot of things about the Korean education system and culture that genuinely awes me. For instance, professors are very understanding about the circumstances of their students. Not only that, they are kind and accommodative as well, willing to go lengths for the sake of the students' convenience. I find their passion to teach, educate, and bring comfort to students as something admirable. Through everything that I have learned, through participating in IISMA and attending college in Korea University, I plan to bring all the positive lessons and habits back to Indonesia and apply them to my daily life. Not only that, I believe that courses I took in Korea University will be able to aid me in my academic study going forward. Thus, I am officially now #IISMA bias because not only can I experience living and studying abroad, but I was able to gain valuable insights and experiences through interacting with the people I met while participating in the program. Be bold to go abroad.